Welcome to What's Cooking New Ulm. I'm Rebecca Fliszar, the dietitian with the Hearts Beat Back Heart of New Ulm project, working to reduce and eventually eliminate heart attacks in the 56073 zip code. Well, today we have a great guest, my aunt, Rita Dorn. Thanks for coming in, Rita.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
And today we're going to use something a little bit different. Many times we are relying on those old potatoes for our French fries and those side dishes for just about everything. So today we're going to change that up a little bit, and Rita's going to make some sweet potato fries. On top of that, we're going to add in a sweet potato casserole that will be sure to be a hit at your next barbecue. So, Rita, why don't you tell us a little bit about your recipe and what we can expect from it?
Okay, the recipe is super easy. I like to cook super easy, and it's quick, and I think it's pretty healthy with the sweet potatoes instead of French fries.
Great. Now, where did you come up with this, or why did you make this switch in your house?
Actually, I came across it in a magazine, and I have a friend that always is cooking healthy, and she was saying how good sweet potatoes are for you, healthy. Spinach is good for you. So when I came across this, I thought, well, I'll try it. Kind of low in calories and yummy.
Good. Now, we did modify Rita's original recipe just a little bit to make it unique to Heart of New Ulm. We will be using some different seasonings and other things to add a little flair and cut down on the sodium. So let's walk through this recipe and start making our sweet potato fries.
Okay. Well, the first thing I usually do is just wash them off a little bit, and then we'll peel them, cut them, and add some oil and seasoning and pop them in the oven.
All right, well, let's get going.
So
we've already washed these and brushed them down.
Yeah. And I don't usually take the real big ones because they're like a little hard to cut, but so we'll try these.
Now you're going to notice that sweet potatoes are very similar to yams, and you're also going to find that they have the same nutritional value. So if you're having a hard time locating your sweet potatoes at your grocery store, if they look a little too small or they're twisted, you can substitute these for yams.
Okay, and do you know the exact difference? They're very similar in everything?
Yep, they're very, very close. Now these are going to be a great source of our carbohydrate. Remember, when we think about potatoes for diabetics, we always think it's something we can't have. And that's not quite true. We want to make sure we're having those in our diet. We do need carbohydrates. They provide a lot of great nutrients. We just need to watch our portion size.
Well, my husband is a diabetic, and I know he needs to have carbohydrates at certain points. So.
And does Gene enjoy these?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
He likes a lot of fruits and vegetables, so we're doing good. So got it peeled. Yep. Just going to cut it in half, and it says, depending on the size of the potato, we'll cut it maybe 4 or 5 slices on each half. Now, these are a little tough sometimes.
You can see that this is going to work just the same as a regular potato. You know, making this minor switch is going to make our dinner a little bit healthier. We have a little bit more fiber with our sweet potatoes, and it might change the taste a little bit, so change things up for your family. It's not going to make it much different than if you were using a regular potato.
Well, sweet potato fries started being popular more in restaurants now. You see them on the menu more often.
That's right.
But I think they're more deep fried.
And that really does negate any of the benefit that goes with those sweet potato fries. So Rita, with a diabetic in your house, then what other modifications have you made to make sure that you guys are both heart healthy and diabetic friendly?
Well, we're kind of more thinking about more healthy things. There again, my friend Marcia is always thinking about healthy eating, and she said, like, add a little spinach to your salad, and probably just more vegetables without the sauce and cheese and everything, and kind of trying to do it that way instead of the old German sauce and butter and cheese and whatever. So kind of working on that.
Yeah, and you know, that is one of the easiest switches that we can make. When you're making a salad, you can easily switch out the iceberg lettuce for the spinach. The nutrient value is so much higher, and it's going to be just as tasty, if not more. It's an easy substitution that we can all make and adjust to. Great.
Okay.
So we'll finish with our last 2 sweet potatoes, and then we'll add in whatever spices we want to add. As I mentioned, we did take out the salt that would be part of this recipe. Now, when we look at adding our seasonings, we can use things like onion powder, garlic powder. We can even use the line of Mrs. Dash if you'd like to add some Cajun flavoring to that, a lime, a citrus, whatever you like in these sweet potato fries. Rita, you're also a pork producer, so what have you done? What kind of pork do you like to make at home that's going to be a little bit healthier or leaner?
Oh, we grill a lot of pork. You can't beat grilled pork on the grill. I think that's probably the best way to prepare it in our book. Or I'll make pork roast, and there again, they're pretty tasty just on their own. You don't have to do much with it. No sauces or salt or anything needed.
Great. And that's the truth. So grilling, boiling, broiling, those are all going to be good choices when you're preparing your meat. We do want to avoid any kind of frying. And like Rita said, we do want to avoid those creamy dressings or anything else that you're going to be putting on top. Always be sure to trim off the fat as well.
I actually have a pork recipe that has wild rice in it, so I'm thinking that's got to be kind of
That's going to be a good
healthy.
choice too. Anytime you're choosing pork, your round or your loins are going to be the leanest of your cuts, and that does hold true in our beef as well. So that's something that you always want to look for. Your pork loins are going to be our leaner cuts, and it's going to be a better choice when you're choosing pork. All right, so while Rita finishes these up, let's go ahead and check in with Holly for our Fit in 5.
You want a great way to keep your muscles strong and your heart healthy? Shake your groove thing and give dance a try. Ballroom dance, any type of dancing, disco dancing, whatever you like to do, it's a great way to be physically active, get your 150 minutes in a week, and have a great time while you're doing it. Tonight we're here at Turner Hall, and we're with the Dusseldorf district leaders, Bobby Furr and Carol Leighton. They have a great way for you to come out and be physically active through some free dance lessons called Dance Your Heart Out. Bobby, tell us a little bit about Dance Your Heart Out.
Well, we've been meeting every Monday at 7 p.m. at Lincoln Park or at Turner Hall if the weather is too hot or if it storms. And we've been meeting every Monday now. This is the 6th week, and we're learning our 6th dance this week, and we have another 3 weeks to go.
So, Carol, how did the idea of Dance Your Heart Out come to be?
Well, Bobby and I met as district leaders after we found out who each other were. We did not know each other ahead of time, and we found that we had similar ideas having to do with dancing. And so, because we both had the idea, we just started pooling all the different aspects of that idea, such as square dancing, line dancing, schottisch, Virginia reel. And we found that it's been very popular because every week we've been getting more people.
And it's a great family activity to come out and learn how to do these dances. We have a variety of ages here participating. It has been wildly popular. Bobby, do you have to be a member of Dusseldorf District to come out and participate?
No, you don't.
So pretty much anybody in New Ulm is welcome to come on out and give the Virginia reel or the tango a try.
I've been really amazed at the variety of people that we've had come out. We've had babies come out, middle-aged people, senior citizens. Everybody's come out and tried it and really had a great time. We've had a wonderful turnout, and everybody that has tried it has really enjoyed it.
And again, what's the cost for this, Carol?
It's free. In fact, we even have people coming from neighboring towns. There's a lady here again from Fairfax tonight.
Very nice. Well, there you have it. If you want to get your 150 minutes of physical activity in through your community challenge, come on out and dance your heart out with Bobby, Carol, and the gang. After today's Fit in 5, I'm Holly. Make it a good one.
Great, Holly. Thanks for that. Okay, Rita, let's go ahead and finish up our sweet potato fry recipe.
Okay, we've got them cut and sliced and ready to put some seasoning on. I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of olive oil over them. And just to give them a little so they can bake.
Remember, our olive oil is going to be high in our good fats, our polyunsaturated, monounsaturated fats. It does not contain our saturated fat, which we're looking to avoid on a heart-healthy diet. Do remember, though, that olive oil does contain calories, so even though it is a good oil, we still use it in moderation.
Okay, and sometimes I've used Cajun or seasoning salt, but we're saltless today, right? And
That's
so
right.
we're going to do a little garlic powder instead of this garlic salt. We'll probably do about half and half garlic and onion. I think that'll give it a nice good taste to it.
Yeah. And you'll be surprised, even if you've used salt for quite some time, by making these switches, you're going to notice that the food is still going to be just as palatable, but it's going to be much better for blood pressure, fluid retention, and your overall cardiac health.
We'll just sprinkle this on a little bit. I'm going to stir it up and coat it. So just give it a little good flavor.
So this, as you can see, is a very basic recipe, and yet you're going to have great flavor, something that the whole family can enjoy. Anything that comes shaped like a French fry is always appealing to kids as well. So this is going to be a great family recipe.
They might even ask for orange French fries now.
There you go.
Just never know. Okay, we're just going to slide this on the cookie sheet here. And you have your oven heated to 375, and you bake them for 30 minutes, and a lot of times about after 15 minutes or so, I'll go in and just turn them over, that they get nice, browned and seasoned on both sides.
Perfect.
Going to spread them out, and we're ready to pop them in the oven.
All right, let's stick them in the oven.
Okay.
Perfect. And we're already ready to start our second recipe of the day. All right, our next one is going to be a sweet potato apple casserole. And let's walk through this one as well, Rita.
Okay, we peeled the sweet potatoes, and instead of cutting in French fries, we cut them in more circular.
Right, so we chose 3 sweet potatoes. They were of good size, so you're going to have a good yield on this. So 3 sweet potatoes, and we cored and peeled 2 apples.
All right, and we're going to throw the sweet potatoes in boiling water, and wait till they soften up a little bit. And just right before they're done, then we'll probably pull the apples in and soften them up a little bit.
That's right.
And take them out and drain them, I suppose, a little bit, and put them in a casserole, and then add our toppings.
That's right. So again, we're going to be following a very simple recipe, but it's going to be full of nutrients. You're actually going to get your full vegetable and fruit serving in this dish. So it is, again, something that can be incorporated in for the entire family. So we're going to let those boil. And Rita, we did go ahead and prepare some of those sweet potato fries ahead of time. You want to pull those out, and we'll take a look at what we have.
Sure do. Oops, they're a little warm. Gonna need, I guess it's okay. Not too bad.
Great. So you can see that these are going to be a great looking, very similar to our regular French fries, but much higher in nutrients. We didn't add any salt, so you can control for that for your family as well. So how many would you normally eat? What's a filling serving on this?
Oh, maybe about a fourth of it. I bet that feed 4 people pretty easy, because they're pretty big.
Good. Okay, well, we still need to check in with Betsy for our Heart of New Ulm update. So let's go ahead to Betsy now.
Hi, I'm Betsy Pizer with the Hearts Beat Back Heart of New Ulm project. Wanted to give you an update on the Community Health Challenge. Does this journal look familiar? Are you doing the stretches and keeping track of your physical activity minutes each week? Are you getting at least 150 minutes of physical activity? Feel free to stop by our office anytime Monday through Friday 8 to 4, or the Chamber of Commerce Monday through Friday, and pick up a logbook and pedometer if you don't have one. Also visit our website at heartsbeatback.org to see where the next cooking class is, what's happening on the cooking show, watch old episodes, or find out about the exciting events happening in fall. Also, save the date. September 25th, we'll have a culinary event, and October 16th will be our fall summit. We look forward to seeing you this fall out and about, moving around, and getting plenty of fruits and vegetables in your daily diet.
Thanks, Betsy. Okay, Rita, let's go ahead with our next recipe. We've already put our sweet potatoes in the boiling water, and we've had them almost softened. With 5 minutes to go, we did add the apples. So what are we going to do next?
Well, they should be cooked through and nice and soft, so I think I'm just going to take them. I'm going to dump them and drain them in a colander. Just get that water out of there.
As Betsy just shared, the Community Health Challenge is our way of getting our community engaged and active. Our next quarter will focus on nutrition. So this is your opportunity to connect with our registered dietitians and health educators to make sure that you're as heart healthy as possible. If you have not connected with your district leader, please contact the Heart of New Ulm office and we will make that connection for you. This is your chance to be the healthiest city in the United States. Okay, Rita, what's next?
Okay, I'm going to dump them in this little casserole pan, and they looked really nice. They got a little color to them. They smell good. They smell good like the apples.
Yeah, that does look good. Great color.
Yeah, it's almost harvesty, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, then we'll do a little brown sugar on top of that, maybe.
The brown sugar is just going to pull out some of the natural sweeteners in our fruits. This is not going to be overly consuming. It's just a fourth of a cup for the entire recipe. So it is something that you can still incorporate into your diet.
And then on top of that, we're just going to add a little bit of walnuts that are chopped.
And remember again, our walnuts are our source of good fats. They're also a good source of protein, so an easy way to incorporate into any recipe. It is that mono and polyunsaturated fat that we're looking for. It helps reduce your bad cholesterol and bring up your good, so definitely something you want to incorporate.
Okay, and then just to top it off a little bit, put some apricots on there. Now this
Great.
really looks like a good warm fall dessert.
Now we did, this is canned apricots, but we look for that which was in 100% natural fruit juice. And that's what you're looking for any of your canned goods. This will help cut down on that extra sugar, and fruits really aren't packed with a lot of sodium, so not something you have to watch too terribly carefully.
Okay, so then we're just gonna pop this in a 350 oven.
Great.
And it goes for about 30 minutes, so pretty quick again. I think we have a finished product ready.
Yes, we do.
Take a look at that. There it is.
There it is. Ooh, that smells great.
Yeah.
It does look good. So you can see that we have our almonds are a little bit baked and browned on top, and our sweet potatoes are nice and soft, and the apples are going to add that sweet blend to that. So that looks like a great, like you said, a nice fall dessert that's very heart healthy, both your fruits and vegetables encompassed in there. So what a great recipe.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Well, that's it for this week's episode of What's Cooking New Ulm. We appreciate Rita coming in, and we'll see you next week.
All right.